For sure. So the first point that we always start with tapping is the side of our hand, and it's the area between the bottom of your pinky and the top of your wrist. It's kind of like where you think like the karate chop. That's what it's like nicknamed is like karate chop point. And you're just kind of like using all of your fingers to tap on that area. And normally how we start most sessions off with clients is they'll say they might be struggling with something. So it's like, let's say, for example, this podcast. I did some tapping before I jumped on.
As you should.
Yes. And, like to be completely vulnerable, I said, even though I'm feeling nervous about this podcast, and then we end it with an affirmation. So I deeply and completely have compassion for myself. So we start there and voice what we're feeling, and then the affirmation just for acceptance of ourselves. And then we move through the points. So there are various different points that can be used depending on how emotionally charged someone is. So one of the questions that we usually ask in the beginning is from 0 to 10, with 0 being like no charge at all, and 10 being like, I might have a panic attack, or like this, it's so high, it's your level of distress. Based on where they're at, indicates to me what points to use with them. But most of the time what we're doing is we're starting here on the side of our hand, and then we're moving through the body points, which is called the basic recipe. And the first point is the top of your head, the crown of your head. And when we're moving through the body points, we're just reminding our body of the emotion. So going along with the same example, I'm feeling really nervous. And then we go into the side of the inside of our eyebrow. And for some of these face points, you can tap on both sides or just one side. It doesn't make a difference. I would say again, I'm feeling really nervous about getting on this podcast. And you can say that over and over again, or you can say like, what it is you're nervous about. So the next point is the side of the eye. So not the temple, but like the corner of your eye where that bone is. What if I say the wrong thing? These are like the ego thoughts coming up, the fear-based thoughts that are coming up, right?
What if my hair is sticking up in funny places because I haven't had a chance to get a haircut in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, what are they going to think of me? Do I look okay? It's just kind of like some of the things are kind of silly, or we think they're silly, but when they're fear-based, it holds us back from showing up as our full, authentic selves. The next point is...
Does that matter?
No. So you can do bilateral tapping like this, or you can just tap like this. The next point is below your eye, again, like on the edge of that bone. And again, we're tapping on acupuncture meridian endpoints, which are very, very small points. So a lot of times people ask me, oh, can I tap with 1 finger, 2 finger? How many fingers do I tap with? And I usually say 2. I mean, they're really small points. Like you're bound to hit them if you use even 1 finger, right? The next point is below your nose. So I might say, I'm feeling really nervous. Next point is below your bottom lip. And also, like for people that are like, I don't really know what to say, you can also just take a deep breath in and out for each point, and that's also fine. The next point is going to be the collarbone. Tap right there. And then
this is also a pretty good workout.
Yeah. The last body point is, so I'm going to take my vest off for this. It's easier to see. So it's basically like 4 fingers below your armpit. So for women, it's kind of like where your bra strap hits, but for men, like it's about 4 fingers down. And you just tap on the side right there.
This is almost like the hug spot.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good way to describe it. So when I'm working with clients, what I'll usually do is I'll go through, like, that's the full the body points, that's kind of the full recipe. We'll go back to the top and go through. And I usually tend to do at least like 3 rounds of us tapping through. What are they feeling? I might ask some questions throughout the process, like, am I feeling this anywhere in my body? So a lot of times we do feel the feeling in our body first, but our mind tries to make sense of it so quickly that there's usually like, it's like not even like a split second between feeling it in our body and the story that we create around it. So helping us to understand where, like, if you take away the body feeling, if you take away the body feeling of anxiety, like your heart racing, like the tightness in your chest, maybe like that nervous feeling in your belly, the thoughts really have no legs to stand on.